Hello, Troy Hale. I'm the director of the new documentary film Shit Saves the World. I just got done with a podcast this morning, and I figured I'd take you on a little tour of my podcast setup because I've been working hard on it, and it's working out really, really great. So if you ever wonder how people do remote podcasts, I can show you my little tricks here. So first, let's start off. I've got my really, really beautiful AKG mic. I think it's a I got it right there, C3000. I've had that mic, since the late 90s, early 2000s, and it has just been working great. It's just, I love the mic. It's working great. So anyway, I've got that. I just put the little fuzzy stuff up today, actually, because you could probably hear it in here. I'm bouncing off the walls a little bit, flat surfaces, and so I'm hoping that eats it up a little bit more. It still didn't sound bad, but you could hear just a tiny bit of echo in the background, which bugs me. It probably doesn't bug anybody else. Anyway, from the AKG, it runs over here to this right here, which is kind of strange. I'm using it as an interface, but I use it for my band. It can make me sound like Barry White. I try not to go to that setting while I'm doing a podcast, but it's a cool little thing. So anyway, from there, it runs from there, and then it runs over to the laptop so it can do Zoom and all that kind of stuff. But also, it's got an XLR out of the back, so it's running from there to my Tascam audio recorder right there, which is great because then I can record really solid professional audio. And in case the signal is bad on the computer, I can then send that audio to the podcast or the radio show or whatever, and they can edit that into the show. When we're not doing live shows, podcasts we're recording, so they can edit it later. So anyway, that way it sounds like I'm sitting right next to them, so it works out great. And then we got the overkill here. We got the overkill. That's my Sony A7 as my webcam with a really nice 24 millimeter lens on it. It's overkill for sure. It's probably a most expensive webcam, but it looks amazing. And I've got it here. It did take me a little bit to connect it. There's a very specialty connector that I have to use to connect the HDMI into the laptop. And then the last thing that I do, sometimes I run my little GoPro over here on the side just for me. But I usually wear a little hidden lavalier. I've got it on right there. And I run that Sennheiser lavalier back into the camera in case, well, first of all, it's backup for the Tascam in case the Tascam fails for some reason. I still have really high quality audio I can send to the podcast. But in case I want to use the video for something as well, which I haven't yet. So anyway, that's the podcast. That's my podcast setup. I also have these little cards here. I got my cheat sheet, and I've got the little cards so I can grab them and do this to sell the film. But that's basically it. If you have any questions about podcasting and my setup to do these interviews, let me know. Put them in the comments. So thanks so much, and I hope you guys go and enjoy the film. See ya.